Guys, this is the worst truck ever to buy for your company or as an owner-operator, and I'll explain why. First thing we're gonna do, guys, is start off with the engine, and I'll tell you what's all wrong with these engines. First of all, the Detroit DD15 is not a real American Detroit motor. It's a Mercedes merger, okay? It's completely trash. 500,000 miles, guys, and the oil mixes with the coolant. This truck has over 500,000. Luckily, that didn't happen yet. Number one leak, somewhere in the airlines. For the air leak, there's an air leak that's hard to get to change the airline out or a fitting. It leaks, it's a common issue. Another common issue, guys. Oil leaks from here and from the back of the engine. It's just some seals that need to be replaced. Some most engines don't even have that problem for a while. Other problems is gonna be your this coolant tube was a recall. Actually, it was made out of plastic and it leaks coolant. Overall, this engine does actually burn a lot more oil, and it's unreliable. And the 500 or 400 horsepower, whatever the horsepower rating is on it, does not feel like it on this truck at all. Another common issue, guys, is the suspension system in this truck. It runs rough because of this spring leaf, and everything gets loose on this Freightliner all the time. That's why they call them freight shakers. Another super common issue on these Freightliners is the LED lighting. It's also your turn signal right here. As you can see, it works. Not sure if you can tell it on the camera, but it works. I'll show you pictures in this clip. And this one works too, but it's very dim. And it's $1,400 to replace a single headlight assembly because of the fact that none of the bulbs are replaceable. Another common issue, this likes to just fall off while you're driving, this door right here. Also, another common issue is the intakes can freeze up in the wintertime because Freightliner designed these for steering wheel holders with no air release valve. And another dumb design is the side skirts. Luckily, this truck doesn't have front side skirts, but any Cascadia side skirts, it's pointless. You run over a tire shred, it rips it right off. That's why I lost those right here. It's just the truth. They go out very, very fast. Not only that, they're held on sharp clips. Not sure if you can see with the camera there, but they're held with sharp clips that when they come off can puncture your tire. Also, your blind spotter monitor, piece of trash that doesn't work. It will literally signal to you that you got a truck next to you when that was just a sign. Another common issues on this truck is DEF issues, more than any other make and model. Number one things that go out is NOx sensors and DEF fuel pumps. Another common issue, guys, is the maintenance of disc brakes. You leak some wheel seal on disc brakes, you got to change your disc brakes as well, according to most shops. And disc brake maintenance on semi-truck is expensive. If you're buying a Cascadia, I recommend you getting the option with drum brakes. And I want to say, guys, another common issue that Freightliner needs to fix on their trucks is the lane keeping assist camera that signals to you if you're coming off the lane, making a grrr, grrr sound. Basically, this camera will literally read the patch lines while driving in the freeway. You'd be driving in the middle, dead center in the lane, and it'll keep making buzzing noises saying you're going off-road. You never got off-road. The only way to deactivate it is using this button here, which only deactivates it for a couple of minutes, and then it turns right back on. Another common issue that likes to go out, and a lot of truckers will be happy when it goes out, I know I was happy when it came out, is the assistive braking. The radar stopped working on this truck, and I'm glad it actually stopped working because it was annoying, because it would pick up weird things in the road as well. And also, guys, the ride quality on this truck actually really sucks. Freightliner needs to fix this. I don't know what it is. It's the basic same design on all trucks, except Volvo does add air ride to the front axle as well, to the steer axles, but Freightliner needs to fix this because Volvo is way better. Other trucks are way better. Your head is about to hit the ceiling whenever you go on any small pothole, any small bump. You go in a parking lot at a truck stop, For any other truck, you're driving over the bumps, it's like the bumps don't exist. On this truck, you're literally doing this. I'm not even kidding. Like, one time I hit a bump, not even knowing there was a bump, looked like a straight road. Everything on top that I had all stacked just went down to the floor, and I was ready to hit the ceiling. Another issue they need to fix, guys, is this inner axle lock. Now, it works, but you won't notice anything turned on here on the screen, and you might sometimes forget that you have your inner axle lock on. Basically, I'll show you. It's that's the only way you'll know if it's on. If this symbol lights up when you go into that setting. Other than that, you won't know it's on unless you pay attention. Look down on your cluster right here. And another super common issue on the Freightliner Cascadias, guys, is the windshield seal. It's on back order. You have to wait a year for it from Freightliner. And when it rains, it leaks. If you follow this channel enough, you'll see I posted shorts of my windshield leaking when it's raining. Next, I want to talk to you guys about the transmission. So the automatic transmission on this Freightliner Cascadia absolutely is trash. If you're getting a Freightliner Cascadia, and I totally recommend against it, I'd rather you buy a Volvo or a International ProStar now than this Freightliner Cascadia, because the International ProStars only come with Cummins, and most common issue you'll have is electrical. This Freightliner has all issues. Basically, guys, the automatic transmission here is 12-speed, which I don't like, and also slow to respond and often thinks what to do next. I stalled out going up the hill on a really big grade trying to deliver to some fracking sites in West Virginia. Going up, it stalled out. At that time, I couldn't put it into manual mode like I would have. It stalled out on its own, and I had to restart the truck. This automatic transmission stalls out if it's too steep for it. Also, this automatic transmission almost makes the truck come to a complete stop when you turn into a truck stop. It has a huge delay when you push on the throttle. It sometimes will go right away, sometimes it'll roll back a little like a manual truck and then go, or when you hit it, nothing actually happens and then it goes. And also, while you're making your turn, if you're heavy and the turn you're going to is an incline, the transmission starts to think what gear it needs to be in, and while it's doing that, it basically slows down the truck in the middle of the intersection, almost causing accidents. So if you do buy a Freightliner Cascadia, make sure it comes with the stick. But if you're currently driving an automatic, make sure you're able to put the truck in manual mode. See how it says manual or automatic or economy or automatic? If you put it in manual mode, guys, basically you're in control of what gear it needs to be, so you should be good. But if you're stuck in automatic mode, the transmission will actually upshift while you're pulling a load uphill, and you'll lose all your momentum and speed while it's going uphill. Okay, guys, and also another issue that this Freightliner Cascadia has is a cruise control. Okay, the cruise control, basically, guys, when you're on cruise control and you're not mashing on the throttle, it thinks you're going downhill randomly and will not give you throttle, so you're losing speed, looking like a dummy on the interstate. Because if you're not paying attention, all of a sudden from going cruise at 65, you're going 55 because the transmission thinks you're going downhill, so it wants to save on fuel. And that's the most dumbest thing ever. Guys, the overall space in the Freightliner Cascadia, it's not better than the Volvo or a Freightliner Classic. I tell you, it's better up front than a Freightliner Classic where you drive and visibility, but space-wise in the sleeper, it's not as good as some other trucks out there. Freightliner, you need to stop making trucks like these and go back making to trucks like these. Not canceled. Guys, I'm Eddie B. 2004 turn right. This particular package, driving a temp in the 6 Series.